Alright guys, I've got another holster to bring to your attention. This is a holster that comes kind of head and shoulders above the pack, and so it is worth bringing your attention to. This is another holster actually from Alpha Concealment, and this is called their Phoenix holster. Things that are interesting about this particular holster are that you're starting to see more and more of this design with this kind of wing, and this is from their manufacturer, I believe. And you also notice on the geometry of it that this secondary clip is much farther over than most holsters, which serves to kind of create a tension between this point and bring the grip of the gun into the body of the individual, but while also presenting the grip, holding it out away from the gut enough to get kind of a natural purchase and natural grip on the gun. And so they've done a lot of it just looks like kind of a normal Kydex holster, but they've put a lot of thought and engineering into this particular design. And for myself, for my body type, and I would imagine a number of other bodies out there, it does really well. I think I've been really pleased with it. I think you will be as well. In addition, I want to kind of talk to you. It's been a while since I've done a perfect pairing, and I think this is kind of a perfect pair. Alpha Concealment also offers a magazine holster that, if you'll notice, kind of locks in place one direction, and it kind of forces that. I mean, you could make that work, but it's not designed to work that way. You hear that positive kind of click in, which is how, with this inside the waistband, that's going to put your ammo pointing towards your gun, which is actually, I think, a good way to carry your ammunition anyway. So it's kind of teaching you best practices, or forcing you into best practices. Along with that, I think this belt from Core that you've seen me talk about is a great pairing. So this holster paired with this magazine carrier paired with this belt, I think would be a great starting place for those of you that are considering concealed carry. In fact, I'm going to recommend those to you right now. Anyway, we'll be talking more about this holster. Check out the article that will be coming out on the Arms Guide. Until then, quality construction, really good in design, good thought behind it, good engineering behind it, durable. But really, the big notable thing to talk about with this holster is that it not only brings it in close to the gun, close into your body, but also provides for a really nice placement to grab your weapon and grab the grip properly the first time, which, if you know, lots of inside the waistband holsters kind of make that grip and presentation more difficult. This actually lends to grip and presentation. So for those reasons, I recommend the Phoenix from Alpha Concealment to you. Let's take a moment to look at the features of the holster. You'll notice that the edges are rounded, they're buffed, they're smooth, they're done quite well. And you can notice, when you look at lots of holsters, you'll notice some details in the fit and finish, and this one really stands out among the crowd. Another feature that I think is nice is this this claw that is this polymer, this Kydex claw that's been put on there. I've already talked about the function of that, but I like the fact that they've made it detachable. So if that isn't something that you like, you can remove it quite easily. So I think it's a value add, and for the rare customer that would find that it's not suitable for their purpose, it can be removed. Another thing that I think is notable about this holster is the two clips. Now, those of you that know, I am not a fan of clips. In fact, that's the thing that I'm really watching to see here. We'll see how long those jokers hold up. Let's see if they break, shall we? But I'm not a fan of clips. But here's what I do like. I understand why they want the clips for this model, because like I said, they're being used, the geometry of them are being used to place the grip in a very positive for presentation location. In addition, they're being used to bring in that grip to the shooter's waistline and hold it in tight. In addition, I like that since we're not using loops, we have 2 points of connection, so we have more retention than if we just had a single point. Also, they're using those 2 points to aid in the ways that I've just described. So we've got 2 points of contact, and they're functional, and I understand the thought that's gone into them, and I think that it's admirable. I am concerned with the longevity of these clips, and only time will tell with that. So far, they've held up really well, and we'll see what it takes to break them. That being said, if they were to break, they would not be difficult to replace. I like that the clips are 1.5 inches standard. I think that's the best way to go if you're in doubt. I think that's the right size for most of us and most of the belts that we end up wearing. Also, I like that we've got the clips that are pre-drilled so that you can adjust the height and the cant as needed for your body type, though the way that it came from Alpha Concealment actually ended up being, which is really rare, actually ended up being what's best for my body type. So now let's talk about this magazine carrier. A couple things to note. One, you'll notice that it is made out of a single piece of Kydex, which I think you'll find, in contrast to a lot of other manufacturers' designs, proves more durable, especially the other manufacturers. Many do the sandwich design, but there are taco design, but a number of others will use 2 pieces and form them together, and I think that you'll find that this is more long-lasting than the alternative designs. You also notice that they've applied the same attention to detail that they apply to their Phoenix and other holsters that they do to single mag carriers. This is exceptional because a lot of Kydex manufacturers will put less attention to detail and almost kind of phone it in when it comes to their smaller products like TDI, knife holsters, and single mag carriers. And so it's really nice to see the attention to detail that's been put into place from Alpha Concealment. The finished rounded edges, the design. You notice that they've taken up no more real estate than absolutely necessary, which makes it very, very carryable. In addition, you have the design made so that you can orient the magazine per whichever direction per your desire, especially if you're going inside the waistband or outside the waistband. You can just simply move the clip over. One thing to note is that Alpha Concealment does not offer the single mag carriers with different attachment points or different hardware. And this is their effort to keep production up and to keep price down. So they're trying to serve their customers that way. And look, there are valid perspectives. Lots of different companies would do that differently. They've chosen to go this route, and it is their call. It's their business. And I think that before you write that off, I think that you would do well to give it a chance. The truth is that this configuration is not my preference, and yet I gave it a chance, and I'm glad that I did. I found that this clip is very positive, and we'll see how long it lasts, but I think that it shows signs of wearing quite well. So the configuration wouldn't have been what I would have chosen, but in many areas you find that manufacturers have a level of experience that end users do not. Even end users like me that have quite a significant opinion, in that I've used lots and lots and lots of different products at this point. There's something to be said for a manufacturer that is also a shooter, that has kind of tried their product out and gone back to the shop and used it and tweaked it. And you know, there's a reason why they're in the business that they're in, and they're designing the products that they're designing. So before you write off a particular configuration like this, I would encourage you to use it before you pass judgment. I did, and I'm glad that I did. So far, it's running really well. And I'll update you along the way. If I have a failure or whatever, I'll let you know. But I'm really happy with this setup. So I'm encouraging you to check out the Alpha Concealment single mag carrier, the Phoenix inside the waistband holster, which is usable in any location, though I'm using it in the appendix location. And I'm encouraging you to pair it with this trackline belt from Core. I really am happy with that belt, and I think that these things together, if you're looking to get into concealed carry, these are a perfect pair. This is a great option for those of you looking to get into concealed carry. As always, this is Rev encouraging you, don't waste your life.